I'm Tharique Azeez, and I just wanted to start with the kind of quick introductions to you all, so you can just quickly say your name and where you're coming from, so we can quickly do the thing, so that we can have an interaction, or rather interactive workshop. So, yeah.
Myself, Benina, and I'm from Stella Maris College.
Yeah.
I am Delphina, and I'm from Stella Maris College.
This is Lakshita, and I'm also from Stella Maris College.
Hi, I'm Lohishri from Stella Maris College.
Hi, this is Tejashwini from Stella.
Hi, this is Shivani from Stella Maris College.
Hi, this is Muthu from Malaysia.
Hi, என்னோட பேர் கோகிலா, மெட்ராஸ் பேப்பர் ரிப்போர்ட்டராக வேலை செய்கிறேன்.
Okay.
Hello, this is Akshay Devi from Stella Maris College.
I'm Mary Aquilin from Stella Maris College. I'm Harshita from Stella Maris.
I'm Ria from Stella Maris.
Pratyushri from Stella Maris.
Deep from Stella Maris.
Yeah.
I'm Maria from Stella Maris.
Madeline, also from Stella Maris.
I'm Niharika, I'm also from Stella Maris.
Hi, I'm Monica, Stella Maris.
This is Bibiana, I'm also from Stella Maris.
This is Shrija, I'm also from Stella Maris.
I'm Renalika, and from Stella.
Yeah.
This is Reena from Stella Maris.
Yeah. We have missed, I think, 7 people there. Yeah.
Vignesh, Onemai Foundation.
I'm Priyadarshini from Onemai area.
Selvam, freelance artist இருக்கேன் Onemai Foundation.
Rasika, Onemai Foundation.
Pranav Dave, Onemai Foundation. I'm D. Uday Kumar from IIT Guwahati.
Vignesh from RMRL.
Hi, I'm Megha from Dot School of Design.
Okay, thank you for your introductions. Lovely to see you in this morning. And yeah, we'll first begin with the couple of introductions things. And from that we can carry forward. And I'm super excited to see how you guys are going to make wonderful letter forms with your hand, actually. So, okay, I don't know this. Okay. So as already said that my fonts are being featured in Google Fonts, as well as recently the macOS Sonoma included these Kavivanar font and things like that. So first I wanted to introduce the Tamil script in a way, because when we understand Tamil script, so that we can do a lot of things with that. So I hope that you have some idea about the Tamil script, but I just wanted to give you an idea where you can make something that is unique to you, and also you can break things, because when you know the rules, so that you can break nicely and aesthetically. So let's get into that. So since you know that Vattaluthu was the first one, so that it actually, if you look at all these letters, you can see the idea is very similar. It's monoline. You don't have any thin, thick kind of thing. It's just monoline. And if you go to the palm leaves and even the stone inscriptions and all, it's all have to see that there's always there's no way that you can see the things. It's just monoline. And even they don't have the pulley in initial space, because it made, they thought that the sharp end of the tool will break the thing, and they come up with another idea saying, okay, maybe we can make the pulley into a round one so that it won't break the thing. So it's like escalated later on, and we had this printing things. This is the first print Doctrina Christiana. It's a 1579 book, and this is the 1751 book which you can see, there's no pulley, but still you can still read the thing, and you can understand there is the monoline is being started to make some fluctuation, like you have a thick, thin line coming up. Later, we have this kind of thing right now. So that way, we can finalize that Tamil letter forms are not coming from a calligraphic background, but just the monoline, just monoline. But how can we make that into a calligraphic one? That's the question. So we can do that too. So let me quickly give an idea about the all letter forms and show you a couple of experimentation that I did with the letter forms, so that we can make a fantastic, or rather aesthetically pleasing letter forms. So as you know that we have 12 vowels, 18 consonant, and we have 6 granthas, and letter like numerals are there, symbols are there, and all sort of things, which you already know. And we have this the equations, right? Ik, I, ki, and all. So that is the equations we have, and we have a special letter, that's the item. And this is the kind of equation that we normally have, that 247 letters. But with all these 247 letters, you can have a variety of letter forms which you can able to express yourself. In a way, if someone read your text or the calligraphy or the writing, they will able to understand, and they will also able to get to know what you are trying to say. So let me quickly give an kind of inspiration to you all, because this session is all about you doing the work, me just being helpful to you. So I just gonna give you an idea how you can make your letter forms, or rather the hand, in a way to make the letters looks nice, and things that you can really imagine of. So quickly, so the line, shape, and the scale, those are the 3 elements that always comes in a way to give you more expressive feeling to your letters. So if you can look at here, this is a kind of a brush lettering that I did. It's just there is a rhythm in it, because the curves are going here and there, and also you don't get to see this one, the top part of the ana. You don't have to get to see this thana things and all. So those are the things that you can actually add in terms of making the piece unique to you. So okay, so now I hope you have received a kind of a quick guide on the basic strokes, but we will get into that later anyway. But I just wanted to give you an idea about this, because these basic strokes are the fundamental of letter forms. But again, you don't really have to stick to that. It's just basics. So you can have advanced version of, like, you can break it, you can make it your own, and things like that. But there is one thing that I wanted to emphasize here. If you look at all these ductors, you see all the lines, or rather all the directions comes to you, or rather just going the right side, but most of them are actually comes to you. So you always have to remember that. Let's say, like, if you go there, you have to go from up to down, so that it comes to you all the time. Even if you turn your letters in a way, this also comes to you. So keep it in your mind that when you do that, it will give a rhythm. Let's say if you are doing a stroke from bottom to up, then there will be no connection, or rather the cohesiveness will lose the way. So consistency is all about the calligraphy, right? Because when you see something, okay, this is a part of it. So you feel like, okay, this is what I really wanted to do. And that's what we are trying to achieve here. If you look at all these things, every stroke's actually coming to you, not going anywhere. Like, it's actually come and go, like, to you. So that is what I really wanted to do, but we will explore that later. But I want to give you these are the basic strokes. But let me give you an idea how you can actually make those basic strokes in a different way. So here's the one that I did. If you see, there are basic strokes are there, but in a different way, really. I mean, you don't get to see these things, but it actually gives you some more authentic or personality to your ideas. So think about it. And if you look at here, the letters are like kind of expanded, not condensed, and also it actually making some work on getting the space correct in all forms. So this is where with the compositions comes into play. So whatever we are using here, it's all about our basic strokes, but that what we have created, it's something unique because we are using those basic strokes and come up with something that is totally unique to us and authentic to us. And another one, this is also the brush one, but here is the thing. If you look at it here, you don't get to see these kind of letters in a way, but it's actually the gestural movements that you don't really draw it, but you just write it very quick so that it comes as it is. So it's all about the pen dynamics that you have, and we will explore that a little bit better. But I just wanted to give you an idea about to get all this information in your head so that we can create our own thing. And this one also, if I said, the idea here is not about replicating the basic strokes. It's about manipulating the basic strokes. So that's what I'm doing here. So you can even see the runa. You get to see that kind of runa in your some fonts. They have it, but there's no loop in it. But it's still readable. The only thing that you need to focus on when you make your lettering or rather calligraphy, it's the legibility, or rather, if it's readable and your message is there, that's all you have to do. So this is the one, and also this one. This is kind of a way, if you look at closely, there are a lot of letters comes into play, and you can see there's a frame, and there is a way that you can actually do a lot of things for the letters. And it is using the basic forms, the strokes, but in a different way. So the other one, and here's another one. The way the strokes are held, it's totally different, and that gives you a lot of emotions, or rather, they evoke some expressiveness in the way. And this one also. I want you to focus on the strokes here, because when you use the pen or the calligraphy pen, you will get to have the same kind of strokes in your thing. So don't worry too much about it, but we will create that. But I want you to understand the possibilities here. The possibilities are, so then other one is, so this is also can be created using our calligraphy pen itself. Because normally we tend to see that there is always a thick and thin going on, and there's a fluctuation, but it's like a kind of a monoline, but it's a flat letters, right? So we can create that too. But I will help you to handle your pen to make this kind of strokes in your way. And this is also the kind of thing that you can add illustration to your body of work with the idea of writing this basic strokes. And this one is another one, which is you can actually experiment with the circle calligram, which you can write circle, and it will look nice. And also they are using the same basic strokes, nothing more than that. It's just the basic strokes, but we have put together and we have added some couple of elements to compensate the space, but it should be aesthetically pleasing so that people can read the letters, or people can actually understand the letters and read the message, right? And that's the one. And this one, there's another one that I wanted to emphasize here. So if you look at all these things, so there's a loop here. I mean, the oval, the loop and everything are in there. But if you look at here, I actually used in a different way. If you look at the Una, Nana and all, we are using some kind of different way, the different direction, which also comes to me, but in a different direction to make that loop so that it will look like, okay, this is something new or unique, but it's still readable, right? That is the whole point. So it doesn't have to be the same thing, because when we started to replicate the same thing, it's going to be monotonous. Everyone's going to create the same thing, and you are not part of it. And what the whole point of this workshop, I believe, that you can add your own flavor to your letters, and with that, you make your own thing. When you do that, if someone sees your letters and they can see, oh, this is the one that he actually created, or she actually created. So that is the authentic way of telling. Because when you want to stand out in a crowd, you need to be authentic. For that, you can make that authentic way to make it more cohesive. So this is a kind of an idea that you can experiment with the letter thing. And this is also another one, which uses the basic strokes, but in a continuous way, not stopping it anywhere. You can see this one, like the ENA and all, it just continuously, we are not splitting one by one, just continuously using that. So that it actually creates another rhythm or another idea or another style to it. And this one, sometimes thinking out of the box, it looks good and also looks fine, and people love it. And if you look at here, we're just going out of the box and see the symmetry kind of thing that we have created, and all along just the strokes that we have in the dynamic pen. So I want you to explore, or rather visualize all these things in your head, so that when we started to work on it, you'll be able to get it. Because observing and imitating is the only way that we can learn. Because imitation is what we learn, because you need to imitate to learn. So it's an important thing. Then later you can innovate to earn, but this is the important thing that you need to focus on to get into the thing, okay? And this is another one. Here is the same thing. The mana is said to be something very unique, like we have strokes, right? Mana, 3 strokes have to come, and there should be a horizontal one should also be there, but here we have break that thing, but it's still readable, right? So the legibility is being not compromised at all. So I want you to understand this, and we will make some, I will make you to familiar with the basic strokes, and from that you'll be able to create your own pieces. And this is one, it's actually inspired from the Arabic calligraphy, but it gives an essence of, if you look at it closely, you can read the idea. But when someone looks at it in a glance, they feel like it's in Arabic. But later they realize, okay, this is Tamil. So you don't really have to stick to just one thing. You can get inspiration from everywhere, because nothing is original, everything is remix. So we can have inspirations from everywhere and get together and put something out. So this is the way that you can actually add. Because even if you try to create this, replicate this to yourself, you don't get the same thing really, because you will start to create your own thing. That is the beauty of creation. So I want you to explore that avenue and understand maybe the kana can be different from your way that you handle your pen, or rather the way that you actually create your the fonts, or rather the letterforms. Okay, so that's the one. And here's another one that I wanted to tell you, because there is a thick and thin line going on, but it's actually created by just the same pen. Because when we hold it in a right angle way, or rather 90 degrees, it actually forms the reverse contrast way. So you may have seen a lot of different kind of Latin fonts that be using the reverse contrast continuously, and it feels very unusual, but they will look aesthetically pleasing. That you can create just using the idea of that, the pen dynamics of it. And also this one, this is also have removed a lot of things from the letters itself, like there are nothing in the Tana, you don't have anything top of that, and still you can read it. And also the Ta, that Imana, it's actually the Ta from Arabic. So those are the things that we can explore it and make it unique to us. And also this one, same thing, to make it more, to symmetry, I actually use the Niana as a kind of a way to expand it throughout the thing, but it's feel like an shows or flourishes, but it is not. It's a letter actually. So that way you can make your own thing. It's all about the experimentation, how you present the thing and how you think about it. It's all about practicing the thing, okay? And I think that will give you an idea about how you can make your own letter forms, okay? Before switching to the demonstration, I want to give you kind of a motivation to keep this up so that we can follow through it, okay? So as I already said, the expressive letters is something not like you don't create a robotic version, like you don't tend to have Tana, always the Tana looks the same. That will always look at in the font. But here we don't do that. We actually alter in terms of the space we have, and in terms of the context we have, and in terms of things that we surrounded by the letter form or the composition. So I want you to give an idea how you can achieve this by, it's not really focus on letter forms, but it's actually kind of a habit that we really wanted to have. So it's not about a linear process, it's an iterative process, which is you need to create. And when you do that, you will, there will be a happy accident. Oh, that looks nice. And so you started to feel that. And that should be there, because if you started to create right now and you don't feel like, oh, I can't create the same thing that I really envision of, no, that's bad, because there's two things that you need to understand. One is skill, one is taste. When your skill go beyond your taste, you can create anything you imagine. But you have a taste, the fantastic taste, but you don't have the skill, you will still fail to see what you are really visualizing. So that's okay, because when you do it, do the thing all the time, the skill is gonna rise and the taste will be there, and you get to create everything. That's how the people become expert. Because when the taste is very interesting, because if you have the taste of good things, that's a good thing. But when you are struggle to create that taste that you are imagine, it's important that you need to focus on create, or rather develop your skills. So that's the whole process of it, okay? So I'm just gonna give you a kind of a idea how you can actually make the skills work to you so that you can easily create. And I want you to apply that very thing today itself so that we can have a wonderful, letter forms. Okay, so there's something called the pen dynamics. Pen dynamics is what you have, what you are seeing in the basic strokes. It actually looks not the same, right? It's actually go fluctuating from here and there. That is the pen dynamics. The way you hold, the angle that you keep the pen will make a lot of different kind of ideas to you. And that's a good thing, because that's where you get to create a lot of different types of strokes. And with that, the whole together, the collection of strokes become the letter. And the collection of letters become the word. And the collection of words become the sentence. And you have a fantastic artwork. And that's where you have to add all those things. When you have these things, simple thing, there is always, the people say that you need to think in first principle, so that, let's say, very simplest form is the stroke. When you master that stroke, you can get the way you want it, okay? So pen dynamics, that we're gonna do that for you. I mean, I will give you kind of a drill to do so that we can easily make your thing. And an important thing is observe and practice, because the workshop may end by the noon, but that shouldn't be stop it from observing everywhere and practicing it. And it doesn't have to be the calligraphy at all. It can be a building. You can see that building, oh, maybe that shape can evoke or rather recreate it using my pen dynamics, so that you can create a fantastic letters that no one can imagine of, because the inspirations come from different thing. And you don't really have to look for calligraphy book for inspiration, really. You have to go for everywhere. Like, that is the whole point of it. So observe things and practice it. And that's the thing. And as I already said, there's a quote from Pablo Picasso. It says, learn the rules like a pro, so you can break them like an artist. So it is always true to get the basic things ready, so that you can break it aesthetically. And always remember to take some time to practice it every single day, so that you will get to see things. There is a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. He says that if you improve yourself 1% every day, you get to have 37% of improvement in the whole year. That's exponential. So this is very important. So create that. It's just 15 minutes at a time, but it will, little by little, it adds up. And you don't even know that you have created this kind of unimaginable things in the long run. So create that habit, and we can work that. Because as Bruce Lee said, I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who practiced one kick 10,000 times. So if you create strokes by strokes, and you are unstoppable, because that is the way you become expert, or rather authentic person to make it. So it's a good thing. We have potential. I've always believe in human potential, because we can do that, because most of the people don't tend to give that time to practice it. But when you practice, you can make wonders. So I encourage you to have some time to work whatever we are learning and practicing today, and hopefully that will give you an idea. Sometimes in 6 months' time, you will be a master in those things. And I want you to see a lot of Tamil calligraphy things are going around, because when we search in internet, there's another thing that I wanted to emphasize here. The Google, the search, right? They crawl the internet every day to get the things. But if you share your work every day, it will feel like, okay, this person is making some effort to, because we are talking with the algorithms, right? The machine. So, okay, maybe we need to show the first in the place, because they are updating. They don't want to have outdated information in their search results. They want to have the current one. So you need to discoverable by creating things every day. That is a quick SEO hacks that you can use with your own thing, but it's a good thing that you create your skills in a way to do that. So that's one thing. So create more, create every day, because when you have this perfection mentality, sometimes you create something and don't feel, this is not a good thing, I don't want to post it. Then you never post it. But if I look back in like 10 years ago, I created something. If I look back that, it's cringeworthy, but it's okay, because you need to start from somewhere, right? Today it's also like the same, because you need to have to start somewhere, then that will start to make it. So I want you to make that thing in your mind. It's not about today that you make a masterpiece. It's about the collective little by little process. Bit by bit, you create the empire. or even the Rome, they never built an overnight, right? They just, they always, they say, the overnight success is all about the 10 years of working hard in the background. So please ensure that kind of thought in your mind and get out of the perfection mentality, always production mentality. Keep producing things. Keep producing. It's about, today is all about producing things. Don't worry about, oh, my lines are not curvy enough. Oh, maybe just I don't like this straight is not coming up. I can't even hold my pen. That's okay. Because I even remember, there's another Picasso quote I actually can recall. It says, everyone born as an artist, but they actually remove the artistic way when they grow up. They don't want to remain as artistic child. So you have to create that entire thing and create your feel of doing it, okay? Yeah, when you do those things, you will find your style. You don't create your style. You find your style, because everyone has the style, because you don't know, right? So there is a creativity, something like this. When you put a hose in the water hose thing, that you put on that, and no one is using it for months. And when you started to take from the pipe or the tap to put the water in, the faucet is started to open it. The first thing that you get is the dirty water, or rather the particles, dirty particles will come with the water, right? Then later, little by little, the water will start to flow. The quality water will come. Likewise, when you create the bad things out, create, the only thing that you're going to end up with, the good thing, the great thing. And that is the way that you need to do. So you need to create the bad things out today, so that you can create the better way or the best things that you can create. So that is the style that you can actually discover. Okay, so trust the process and enjoy the process. It's all about the process. We are not getting any, we have some goals, but the system is what we need to do. So think about the process, how you handle your letters, and the strokes is what we really wanted to emphasize. Okay, so yeah, that's all for the quick introduction. I hope that gives you an idea about it. And let's make some work, hands-on work. So I would like you to ask you to get your the papers ready. And there is another interesting thing about this workshop, because you have a limitation here, because you don't get to have a lot of tools there. Just have a calligraphy pen. That's an important thing, and also it's an interesting thing, because when you have the limitation, that will actually give you an idea to come up with a lot of things. Limitation is the mother of innovation, or something they say, right? So let's have some interesting strokes today with all these wonderful key strokes. I want you to tell you something about the rulers that you have. The rollers are about the guidelines, right? The guidelines, when you create first, you need the guidelines. But later, when you start to create, the rule itself become a kind of a second nature. When you have that pen, you just have the ruler in your mind, just like that. So have that thing. So today, you can use this ruler to create that guideline. So I want you to create the guidelines with me, so that we can create quickly. Actually, I have put the guidelines in this sheet itself. You can see this, there's the lighter version of guidelines there. So it's better to don't worry too much about the perfection here. What we want to do is we have to just create these basic strokes. Let me quickly demonstrate the first line of the basic strokes that you can actually, there's a ductus anyway that you can follow through, but I want you to understand this, the nib. The nib is the wedge one, so you hold that in 40 degrees or 60 degrees. It's actually can fluctuate, but I prefer the 60 degrees all about this, how do you call this, Arabic calligraphy one. So 40 degrees fine too. So let's, with that, we'll start with a straight line first. Just want you to, so I'm just holding it in the way. I can see this one. So if you closely look at that, there will be the wedge edges be there like this one. Okay. Yeah. Likewise, the first basic stroke is something like this. I hold it in the 40 degree, and I'm just holding right here. I hope that you can see that. Okay. I hold it here, and I'm just going to do this. See. It actually works, like it just works. The way I handle the pen is what you do. So just have to yeah. So likewise, you can create the other one, the same angle, see. Same angle. And maybe we can create this one. Sorry. Okay. And our Anna is ready. The Anna is the Anna actually created using these basic strokes. Can you see that Anna here? Yeah. So for there's another one that I want to give you an idea. The one that we have so let's I'm gonna quickly give you the so maybe we can have another one, which is and this one, and also the pulley. Hold it like this. There's a loop that not the loop actually, the counter that comes with the contour, comes with the Anna. You can actually create the ductus is there, but you can create like this, up and down, like this one. See here, go, 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 go. And one interesting thing, when you get to see the Instagram reels and TikToks of people making calligraphy, you get to see like it's very fast they're writing, right? But in reality, it's not like that. It's always the slow process that you get to see. I mean, slowly start to do all these strokes, and There's the other one. There's the other one. There's the other one. You can sense this two strokes. When I change the angle, you can see that I'm just making this angle here. You can have a smaller, thinner line, but if I go here, it's a thicker line. And even if you can make it in, so this is another one. So, and the other one is the loop. So maybe here. And this one, the other one. Yeah, I want you to write all these basic strokes. With that, I'll be giving a drill to create a pattern using these basic strokes, so that we can put together a couple of basic strokes together and make a pattern. Pattern is all about, everything is pattern, right? So we can understand how we can actually create that pattern quickly, so that we can start making letters in that. So I want you to explore it, and I'll be giving you a couple of minutes on that, just to focus on these basic strokes. Okay. Yeah.
Please, the other way.
Yeah.
This
way, yeah.
This is Latin.
Yeah.
So we follow the Latin.
Yes, yeah. Same angle. Like, let's say, for example, let me quickly go. So, for example, writing this one. See that. So with this, you have already started to create those basic strokes. What I'm trying to do is right now to create a pattern using the same basic strokes that we have practiced. So I want you to create this one, which is the downstroke. There's this one and the pulley. I want you to understand this this guide thing first, because even in calligraphy there is something called nib height. What they do is they actually do something like this. Yeah, the nib height means like so this is like 6 nib height, likewise. So, but I don't want to give you like you need to focus on this nib height, because it's not about your preferences. Like you can have 5, 2. Like for example, if you have the letter coming here, you can have 4, 3, 4. So that you say maybe you put Tina here, Tina there, something like that. It doesn't have to be the same way. You can have your own version. So even if I go here and create the same pattern here, you can see how it's actually changing. So the height is different from here, but actually changing the way. So I want you to have the sheet to fill a couple of lines with the same pattern, so that you will start to see the consistency, cohesiveness that you are creating with your letters. The pattern is what we are creating right now. So I want you to explore that. Say, and if you look at it closely, this is kind of a stylistic one, something like that. You're changing this maybe the angles, right? That's why it's always remember to change this, or even this one, so that way you can like change the thing. So for even for this pulley, I'm just using this one. See?
I might be the worst student.
No, no, it's okay. We need to start from somewhere. That is the thing that I always tell the people. No, like even if you continue to do that, you will get amazed. Like, how can I even start to create this? Yeah, that's interesting pattern. So it's interesting to see a lot of have created different types of patterns as well. So good to see that, and that's how you have to experiment in a way to create something unique to you. So now we have created kind of the patterns using our basic strokes. what we are trying to do is here is to create letters. I want you to demonstrate a few directions that you can go to create your own letters. So as I already said, there are basic ideas that you need to follow when it comes to letters. But for me, it's all about experimentation. You change the things that the way you want, and you create your own letters, right? Right. So let's create the letter Thana. Thana is the first letter of Tamil, and let's do that. But please closely look at it, how I'm going to change every time the letter Thana comes to life. So first thing, the basic one, the correct one that we all know of. So the basic idea here is downstroke, then the horizontal one, and this one, okay, and this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. This is like Thana that we know of. But let's make that Thana into something crazy, but something that unique to us. So let's do something. Maybe I'm going to go Thana, but not, I'm going to change the idea here to make it I'm not connecting here, I'm just using the pulley to make something thing. And also if you look at here, this is pointer. It is I have a curve here, but we have a point here. And also let's say another one, we'll go something like this. Thana. So, but all are Thana, but we have created our own way of embedding the strokes here. So this horizontal strokes is be omitted, but they still have some interesting thing going on here. Look at here, this one, this one. So this actually gives a new identity and also flavor to that thing. And there is another interesting thing about this pen, which you can actually use this, the pointer one, to make it even more nicer. Say, let's say like this. So let's say even if you want to make it further than that, you can do that too. So it's all about you creating your own stylistic version by using your imagination. So for example, this one, let's say I'm gonna go with this one, Thana here, here, still Thana, but the idea here is we want to create our own version by using our basic strokes that we have. So another one that I wanted to have it maybe the condensed one. Let's say do like something like this. Not that. So this is kind of a squarish one, but still we can add some interesting element to it. For example, I can just take this one here, connect here, something like this. Or maybe I can make this pointer a little bit, this one. So it's just like a one letter, but we can make all the letters the way we want to have. So even, for example, let me give you a gestural thana here. So I'm using the same angle. Just one stroke. I'm not using several strokes here. I'm just using the one stroke, but using that. So again, as I already said, the reverse contrast thing. Let me quickly demonstrate that. This one, this one, this one, this one. We connect. So the downstrokes are here thin, while the pen dynamic says downward strokes all has to be thick, but we have reversed it so that we haven't done anything. We just use this calligraphy pen in a different way. So that's all we have to do. So I want you to understand this whole point here, which means there are a lot of ways that even we can go crazier than this. Like, let's say, for example, I'm gonna go like here. This is a kind of a condensed one, which I can create it for, or else maybe maybe inspirational one that come up with the, how do you call, Arabic letter form. So maybe we'll just try that. I'm just gonna try that live. So let's see. This one, this one, this one, maybe this one, something like that. Or maybe we can put the pulley here, something we say. So it's not like connected with how we wanted to have, because even though, let's even this one, as I said, this one maybe here. Here I have used a couple of things here, which is the reverse contrast is happening here, while I'm using the stroke, the basic stroke here, and also the basic stroke here, and this is also reverse contrast. I'm just amalgamating couple of ideas together to form something unique. So it's all about how you really make your letters. So this is a kind of a drill that I want you to come up with, and we'll have a kind of a quick break apparently. But before that, I want to see a lot of thanas, like a lot of different kind of thanas. Let's forget about this. This is like random thanas, okay? But we want to have more thanas. So I want you to explore that. Like think about how you can make unique thanas in your own, because end of the day, it's all about the uniqueness that you give to your letters. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be thana. That's all. So please start doing it, and we'll, yeah, I can't wait to see the thanas. Your imagination is the only limit you have. be creating an artwork with something special. The sweetest thing in the world is your name. So when people call your name, you feel like, wow. So we want to have that sweetest thing right on your paper with the authenticity of a lot of things. You can make your own intricate elements or flourishes, swashes and everything. You name it. And I have already shown you about a couple of things. You don't have to limit it to these kind of things. What these are the kind of starting points that you can actually look with. But as I already said, the basic strokes are the fundamental skeleton that creates all the letters. Because we have so many letters, even though, let's say, Thana and Tuna are different. So we need to know that. But again, those are coming from actually the essence of basic strokes, which we can create, right? And I want you to explore on your the paper that you have did one, the one that you have practiced. Just practice your name in a different styles for maybe 15 minutes time, and pick one thing that you really love, and that will be your artwork, the showcasing artwork that we will be producing with your own. So the name that you like to bring into the paper. So as I already said, it's all about how you create your letters, and I'll be trying to in the meantime, I'll try to create like a sample of letters that you can look into it. But I want you to explore your own thing. So I'll be starting to create things. So for example, let's say on a default way, in a standard way, Ana looks Ana always, like, you know, that is always, even if you look at any font, it's the same. But I want you to explore some more than that. Find that very stroke and create your own letters, and with the sweetest name that you have, so that you can make a wonderful piece of artwork, because you can create more intricacies for that very name because you love it. So that I hope that we can actually explore it. So let's get started. So if you want, for the 15 minutes, we are going to explore a lot of styles, your name. From that, you'll be pick one thing that you love and create. And another interesting thing that you can do is something like this. Let's say you have created 5 things and you love Thana from one style, Tina from some other style. You can put together and form another different kind of artistic way. It is fine too. You don't have to look cohesive in all time, because the nature of innovation, or rather the calligraphy, is about breaking things up and show the true you. So I want you to playful and make your name evoke that emotions that you carry, the happiness that you carry in your faces. So I want to make that thing happen. So let's explore that. Your name in your own way. So yeah. And before that, I want to give you a quick, I just wanted to thought about it, and let me quickly give that to you. Because as you have the pencil with you, there is something that you can do is, the skeleton, for example, let's say, I'm just writing Kana here, okay? Just as I have illustrated here, the Kana, just the Kana. But if I using my pen, I can make some interesting element. Let's say maybe I can just do this, you know, maybe do this, maybe do this. It's about me following the skeleton that I made. So that's the interesting part, because whenever the skeleton is there, so I can make whatever I want. For example, here, This is a kind of a thana. I'm just gonna skeleton. Now let's say I'm gonna do something like this. So that's the way that you can coordinate your letters or the direction by having a kind of a sketch in between. That's also part of it. So you can do that. Or if you are not, that you can directly create your own letter forms, that's fine too. But this is a kind of a head start. Let's say if you want to write some interesting letters, that, for example, if you say, maybe so this way you can, yeah, you can create your own thing, like let's say if I wanted to create something like this, mana, I go with this, or else I can do something like this, or I can even go with this. So those are the ways that you can create your own thing. If you are struggling to have your letters or something, you can actually just let me know so that I can actually demonstrate that too. But trying to, I don't think you will be struggling in any way. But let's say another one, the tricky letters, maybe Ina. Let's say Ina. Ina is always have some. It's actually conjuncted. You have a lot of loops going here and there. So let's try that. So Ina, normally we tend to have this one, right? This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. That's a normal Ina. But let's find out some unique Ina. Let's say so this is another one. So maybe you can even have something like this. To make it cohesive, you can add something like this as well. So it's all about how you maybe another one. Yeah, so sometime the runa, as this one, let's say maybe even we can extend it like something. As we have seen this one earlier, this basic stroke actually creates from the Lana. So let me quickly go that. Maybe we can create something like this. So even if we go ahead and we can put the contour for that. Or even for this kana, you can add something like this. For the imana, maybe so even when I say this one, we can even just say I'm using single also. Let me give you an idea about how you can add some extra layer of beauty to your strokes. For example, if you take the downstroke here, if you add this one, it's, you can see that closed eye. I don't know whether you can see this. So that pulley on top of the stroke will add another dimension to it. So let's say I'm just writing mana. So that so let's say even if I am not just writing the mana itself, like maybe like this, you see the difference. I'm just adding couple of pulley here actually, but on top of the stroke, so that it actually give another dimension. Like even for this one, that regular mana that we have, sometime like this. These are the strokes that we have. Okay, this normal mana. But let's say if we can add some these kind of things, will make the work, this kind of things. So the idea here is to make it your own version of it. For example, even let's say let's go with the kana again. Okay, I can go like this. So the intricacies that you can build upon, it's based on your preferences, and you can actually start adding things that you really wanted to have in your letters. Maybe you can try something like this way, like Thana. But here I'm using the pulley to connect these lines. So those are the, and also remember, I'm just randomly writing again things. It actually comes with the practice. When you start to practice a lot, you don't know where these are coming from. Like it comes to you. So keep on practicing it, and that way that you can actually start to feel the power of your potential, because everything is inside you. You need to uncover it by writing and write. As I already said, that the horse metaphor, which is you need to take all this bad water out so that you can get a good things in. So, and I'm very kind of excited and even delighted to see all the wonderful works that you guys are doing, and even small little of strokes, but they are making a lot of uniqueness in it, character in it. And some people have even go beyond and making their own patterns and the letters, and which is a very interesting thing to see. So I hope that this workshop, or rather the hands-on experience, will inspire to continue to do at least 15 days, 15 minutes a day, to continue to that. And let's say for 66 days, that's how the scientifically start of things is. When you do it 66 days continuously, 67 day is comes as a second nature. You don't have to think about it. You do it. You'll find a time to do it. So it's an interesting thing that you can work on that as you guys are start to study and all. So hopefully you can make things better, because 15 minutes is not that much, but it adds up. When we see our screen time in the mobile phone, it goes beyond 4 hours and 5 hours, right? 15 minutes, just nothing like that. So we can have that ideas, and hopefully that bring opportunities. And also in the current days, when you have a lot of different kind of skill set to you, so that you can actually connect all these things together and come up with your own original version of it. For example, if you are good at calligraphy and also good at making some marketing stuff, you can actually infuse those calligraphy in it little by little, so that people will see as an authentic version, because no one can take that from you, because you have an unfair advantage that's being you. So there's no one like you. So that's a superpower of you, actually. So I want you to have that mindset and start to think about it, and we need to work on that. And even the Japanese, they have something like this. I think they write something like this. So they put the extension of it, and so that you can get those inspirations and different kind of things in your writing. So even let's say the Lana, as yeah, that one that I already showed you, like this one. So this is what which I have shown you. The idea here is like maybe we can have the loop, which is something different. So you don't have to go always this way. Maybe how about this way? Maybe how about maybe and there is another one that you can actually try like this as well. Like I'm just give an idea, because you need to think out of the box, because let's say here, and I'm just starting here, you don't really have to connect this one. You can actually make it like something like this. So it will give you another dimension for that. For example, even here, maybe I'm just using the same thing. Something like this. So you don't really get the same connections, but still you can work around. Maybe Interestingly enough, we are actually breaking the entire calligraphy system, because normally there's a like, you know, you had to have this what is that, the dip pen. You know, you get the ink and dip and write and write and write, but we are not using that. We just for the limitation we are just using the regular calligraphy pen, but that's totally okay, because they are just tools. What you have is your imagination is the power. On this one, let's say for even the maybe some need to write runa, I can just write like this. Even if you want to create, you can create it, but let's say for this purpose we can do it like this. They are the same. There is another one, another way that you can add your strokes in a different way like this. For example, if you have the stroke, downstroke here, you can add the pulley on the edge. So it will give another thing. For example, let's say, let me write Rena, something like this. Select one that you like from your collection of letter forms, or rather the names, and create it in the center of one new page. And if you don't have a sheet, please raise your hand, then they will provide you. And hopefully, we will give you about 15 minutes time and to get your the one that you have chosen to replicate it and add the flavors that you like to have. And please hand back to Satyaji, you can, so that we will be scanning them and we'll be showcasing them tomorrow, and also we'll be give back to you the one that you have. So I would like you to select one and replicate. We may have some mistake in that, so you can actually correct it on way. So I would like you to write it on the center of the page, and also maybe in landscape, right? It's better. Something like, yeah, this way it's better, right? Yeah. This one is kind of give a sense of Nana, right? Even though that's that's kind of Nana thing. This connection is nice. That Nana gets that sense of it. It's nice. It is very nice. So we'll say, for example, here. So this way you can have it something like this. Something like this, so that you can have the same intricacies, right? Okay, interesting. Oh, then you have seen this one, right? Okay, but this is fine. This is nice. Yeah, I like that one because this is have a lot of intricacies going on. Now, even if you have make a shape shape on it, it's fine. You want to make it like this. Okay, but this is more calligraphic than this, right? Yeah, so that's very nice. Yeah. Sirs, yeah. Most of them are actually completed things, and please hand over that, and we'll be wrapping up. So thank you very much for your attention, and it's been wonderful experience to come and even to look at all your wonderful letters, which is I have also learnt a couple of strokes which I can replicate it in a way. So thank you very much, guys, and I hope to see you guys around, and we can have a fantastic time. All the best. Thank you, guys.